Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's see how many Wagner group mercenaries are still active in Ukraine, or at least how many mercenaries, I will call them mercenaries because that's the way they like to call them. So because I'm a follower, I will use their vocabulary because I'm weak. All right. So I have an article here coming from the Ukrainian mass media, and will tell us exactly how many Wagner fighters are there available. Let's go and see. This article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and it is from January 23rd, 2023. And we read that 10,000, not 10,001, is exactly 10,000 Wagner Group mercenaries remain at the front out of 50,000 recruited. Mass media, exactly 50,000, okay? What does that tell you? That they don't even know. Because they would tell you exactly how many they were recruited. But they don't have the information. It's like, I will meet you sometime this lifetime kind of thing. All right, when exactly? Well, you'll see in the next years. All right, so let's see what these weasels are saying. All right, according to our data, here we go, got some numbers I'm quoting, right? According to our data, 42,000 to 43,000 prisoners were recruited by the end of December. Now, most likely, there are more than 50,000 of them. 10,000 of them are fighting at the front because all the rest have either been killed or wounded, or have disappeared or deserted or surrendered. End quote. Romanova said. Now, I don't want to be too bad here, but they tell us that now the Wagner group has only ex-convicts. Yes. All right. You know what's interesting? The easiest way to, one of the easiest ways to find out if someone is guessing or doesn't know what they're talking about or simply lie is by seeing how that person approaches a subject. In this case, I'm not expecting them to bring praise to the Wagner group, but in all, not all, but most, I put it the other way. The Russians can't do anything right. And that comes from the free mass media here in the free world, if you know what I mean. Nothing. It's like they don't know how to conduct their army. They don't know, they're failing over there. The Putin has schizophrenia or whatever. Those guys have one ball and all kind of little things like this. You never hear about, the Russians are actually doing something right somewhere. Oh, now that would be, reporting. But when you find out this is propaganda, is when a certain kind of entity that is already discussed and determined that should be portrayed in a certain way, in this case Russia, can't do anything right. But somehow they're still fighting, somehow their ruble did not collapse, somehow their economy is still functional, somehow their oil is sold around the world, and they didn't collapse. But somehow they do everything wrong. I mean, really? I mean, even if you talk with a, 7th grader and you tell him this, he's going to have a few questions. But nothing here. Just watch or read articles coming from the United States of America, for instance, or BBC or any Western, free world media outlet. And you won't hear anything average or balanced, let's put it this way. Everything is bad. The Russians are idiots. These guys are having only mercenaries. Yeah, and the mercenaries are all convicts because everybody else died according to their data. All right, so pay attention to that. It can't be like that. It can't be, hey, Gigi is all bad. I haven't heard, if you check, a person to be all bad. We all have, qualities and defects. The proportion between those varies. So you can be 99% bad and do bad stuff, but you must have something good. I don't know, you gave a kid a candy or something. Or I don't know, you helped your mom or something like that. That's something good. No, did something good, got something good in that person. That's why when I hear that that guy over there is all bad, most this and most that, nah, you know that's a narrative. So let's go back to these weasels here and see what they say about Wagner Group. According to her, the Romanova, in the fall, prisoners began to escape from the Wagner PMC like crazy, end quotes. Romanova said that the owner of the Wagner Group PMC, the oligarch Yevgeny Prigozhin, who, and I'm quoting, promised Putin to win the war, end quote, does not keep account of militants who surrendered or escaped with weapons, and many of them are considered killed. Why would he be concerned about that? Or anything that he's concerned is about winning and getting more recruits, basically. And as long as he got more recruits coming in than the ones that are going out, then I don't think he's very concerned about that. But hey, what do I know? Let's see what Romanova knows. Romanova also said that some relatives of the Wagnerites receive empty coffins. Again, those evil Russians. According to December estimate by the United States, must be true. I'm getting in the clear blue waters here. 50,000 Wagner soldiers are stationed in Ukraine. 50,000, not 50,100. Of which 10,000, not 10,129, are contract workers. And the rest are recruited from Russian prisons. Bad dudes. But I'm assuming the guys from the former Blackwater, remember that PMC, private military company, that I first heard about the existence of such a thing in Iraq. They are all outstanding individuals. I guarantee you that. And everybody else. Now, according to Mikhailo Podolyak, a weasel, why? Because of his statements and whatever he said. He proved to be one. It's not because he's Podolyak. Advisor to the head of the president's office, the Wagner Group took, I like this one, 38,244 prisoners out of Russian prisons and colonies in total to use them in full-scale war against Ukraine. As of mid-January, according to his data, 29,543 of them have already been killed, wounded, disappeared, or captured. I like that. You see? At least when they put these kind of numbers, they become more credible in their data. But when you have 50,000, you have 10,000, like that on average, or rounding up numbers, it's not credible, at least to me. Rarely in the world you have an exact number. In your life, you always have something, look at your income. Look at, I don't know, how many miles you have to travel. Look what the time is. How many times, it's precisely noon. Or 1 o'clock p.m. or whenever it might be. Oh, I got my money today, my check. Oh, it's a $5,000 straight there. We're gonna meet in a room, exactly 10 people. Or I don't know, your friends are coming, they're exactly 20. You tell me, we're going to go from here to, New Orleans. It's going to be exactly, 1,000 miles. No. Or you can say, well, approximately, that's why you use this kind of word, about, around, use reality, if you don't know. But if you know, you just inform yourself and then tell us. But I like Podolyak over there because he at least bothered to provide us with numbers that are not 50,000, 10,000. Now, I think that the whole thing that these guys provide us is inaccurate. That's my my feeling based on my experience and knowledge. And hey, but they're over there, I'm over here. I don't think they considered anybody else from the Wagner Group deployed in other countries fighting for this private military company. All right, so this is the news about how many Wagnerites are from the colonies, from the prisons, how many died, how many deserted, how many, I don't know, left the scene. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.